The question I'm going to ask us for us to contemplate is, how is it just for a just God to forgive sinners? Well, let me give you a scenario. You have a sister. She gets abused, then murdered. The man who commits the crimes, DNA is all over your sister's body. He comes up afterwards, confesses, I did it. He's guilty without a shadow of doubt. But you've got a confession and evidence, so he's guilty. And the judge looks at the man who's guilty and sees that he's sorry. Let's pretend he's generally repentant. And the judge says, all right, just don't do it again. You're free to go. How could that be just? Might be merciful, but how is it just? Proverbs says, Proverbs 17:15, he who justifies the wicked and he who condemns the righteous are both alike abomination to the Lord. How come God's not an abomination to himself? Some would say, what if you had the man who's guilty? Let's say his name is Bob. Bob is guilty, and let's say he's sorry. But sorry doesn't undo it. Let's say Bob has a brother named John, and John's an innocent man. He didn't do this. He wasn't involved. But John says, hey, I'm going to take Bob's place. I'll be his substitute. And whatever sentence the judge gives Bob, John says, I will endure. I'll take care of justice on my brother's sake because I love my brother. Would that be just? Just a mere substitution. Let's say it's your daughter. It's not your sister, it's your daughter. And in your kind of distress, you agree to it. The judge says, are you fine with this? And you go, yeah, as long as someone pays, I'm okay. In a moment of despair, you just settle for that judgment. You think you're fine, and you're going about your day. And 1 year later, you go to your daughter's favorite restaurant. You're thinking about her because this is where she liked to eat. And all of a sudden, there's Bob eating with his daughter. And then all of a sudden you go, wait a minute, that's not fair for Bob to have a great meal with his daughter when I don't get to have a meal with my daughter. And so all of a sudden, your anger and your sense of justice and anger, and you get all together mad again. This is just not right. So how can Jesus just take our place? Isn't that not a double injustice? And John Stott sought to answer this question by saying, well, Jesus was a willing substitute. But John was a willing substitute, and that didn't make you feel better a year later. So just having a willing substitute doesn't seem to bring about justice. In fact, it doesn't bring about justice because what happens, John is innocent. And so you got two innocent people dying, John and your daughter. So it's like a double injustice rather than meeting justice. It's a double penalty. And so just having a substitute taking our place doesn't seem to answer the dilemma. But what is needed for there to be a legal substitution? He has to be a legal representative. He has to have what we call federal headship.